It's the Tonya Burn Show. Tune in right now. Like and share. Our city needs that vow. Flint City News got truth to share. When we fight the darkness, we repair. Won't give up. We're standing tall and proud. Voices rising strong, no longer shrouded. Residents deserve what's right and fair. Together we can lift the despair. We fight, we win, we break the chains. Tonya Burns won't stand out in the rain. Our city dreams will make them true. With every step it all renews. In a step it all renews.
Hey, good evening, good evening, good evening. Listen, wherever you are at, look, click like and share. And thank you for joining us. We civil over here. This is we're gonna get into some things. So put in, where you from, and if you on with this late night chit chat, we're gonna work out some of this stuff together because some of this stuff that happened was just ridiculous. It was absolutely crazy. The fact that this people in this community continue to be gaslit, given misinformation, misguided, is a problem. It is a problem. So if you were watching tonight, you saw a lot happen. But let me first say thank you, Producer Jay. Producer Jay is actually in Flint. He showed up here, and he said, "I told you, Tonya Burns, I was coming." I'm like, "Yeah, okay," but I clearly forgot about it. Producer Jay, how are you tonight?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm, man, listen, I don't. I'm here.
You got a
A
whole
lot.
new respect for Flint, don't you?
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a
It's a
lot.
lot. And so I want to give shouts out to my moderators, Sheena Bechter and Patrick Jean. I want to give a shout out to y'all and to everyone who saw that. I don't even know what to call that. And I'm going to be honest with you. I do not know what to call that. An embarrassment. It was the residents finally saying we're tired. And so I'm going to try to break this down because when people say when you get upset, how dare you be upset? But you can only take so much. And this community has went through a lot. Hey, Diane. Diane, let me know how your sister is doing. Diane's sister was punched in the chest. She's stated by one of the officers. And so she's at the hospital. She's at the hospital. So, hey, let me go down the line. Oh, Producer Jay is putting there. I got to go all the way back up, y'all. Oh, my. Oh, okay. Good morning, Angie, Ramon, Kimiana, Avis Hopkins. Y'all know this is going to be Merck 76, more threads. Miss J, the new VIP room. Berta Baby, coming up you for Javar Ellis. Avis House, Brenda Boy, Lee Williams, Karen Malone. And I'm going to miss some. Good of Black, Jazzy Melody. I like that. Rondell McGee, Jerisa, Alicia, Lee Williams, Ebony, AJ, and it's going Eddie Gray, Melanie Love, Maurice Spell. Show me the money. Oh, it didn't went up. What? Ooh, Kathleen Trouser. I can't keep up, y'all. Brianna's busted Benz, Henrietta, Caleb Arnold. I can't keep up. Drew. I gotta go back up. Listen. Nakia Harris, Christopher Sims, Otis Johnson, Jasmine M. Jade Williams. Look, I can't keep Lawana Terry. Did I say you Maurice Spell? So before, and I'm gonna say Channel 12 did not do. I did watch the Channel 12 news. And y'all know I don't even cut the TV on because you girls cable, it wouldn't even work for like 3 to 4 weeks because I don't even cut the TV on. Purple Haze, Christine Leach, Charmaine Cobra. Tonight was, and I'm gonna tell you this, maybe it's because number one, I went in and prayed up. I talked to Beverly Biggs before, 2 people I talked to before I went in. Mayor Karen Weaver, and I talked to Beverly before her. And Beverly said, she says, I'm going to play No Weapon Formed Against Michelle Prosper. That's my jam. That is my song. I play that for my stalker. My stalker actually does a sing along with me now. Imagine that. So going in, we knew that it would be something that's going on. But people in Flint have a right to feel the way they feel. And I'm not going to allow them to spin this to say, oh, you're wrong for feeling that way. They're not wrong. You feel the way you feel. And I'm going to tell you, I have not watched the entire video from Sunday from beginning to end because I'm not ready for that yet. I cannot do that. October the 14th, we had a conspiracy to incite a riot. You don't get over, it'll trigger something in you. And so I had a friend who was watching it. And that friend was like, there's no way. There's just no way that the police handled that poorly. We are a Black city with the Black mayor, with the Black police chief, with a Black fire chief, with a Black city administrator who's second in command. And this is the way they treat Black people. It's egregious. It's wrong. You have no value in this city, and you're made to feel that you don't. People have been thrown out since at least 2 years, maybe 2.5 years, consistently thrown out for clapping, coughing, snapping your fingers. Miss Ann was just simply doing this, and they threw her out for doing that. She wasn't even talking. No verbal, no nothing. For holding up a sign because it must be stationary. People have been thrown out because they said, hey, I need help with a roof. My roof is leaking. I'm sleeping in my car. So people have a right to feel what they feel. They do. And when Chief Green decided Sunday to make a decision, and they said that he was out there. I haven't seen the videos. I had numerous people. They said he was out there. Beverly Biggs said she saw him after her husband's arrested, and I think she told him to kiss her, bleep, bleep, bleep. And after they, towed her car. I didn't know that when you, and it still don't know, no other municipality but Flint, if you get a traffic ticket, well, they tow your car. I hope they sue and win. I hope they sue and win because this city don't understand unless you tap their pocketbook when you deliberately target people to watch a 70-something Miss Wolford be handcuffed. I'm gonna play her voicemail to me because I called to check on her to ask her was she okay. It is okay for residents and anybody who follow Flint to not feel okay because this isn't normal. It's not normal for residents to get thrown out. But that's your warning. My warning, that's your second warning. Officers, get them out of here. It's not okay when week after week they are weaponizing the police against the residents, and it's allowed. Week after week, they weaponize the police against the residents. So who and how are you supposed to be made to feel safe? You don't. You don't. How long do you think before you don't think that if you keep squishing this and keep squishing it, that the pop gonna pop? And tonight, the top popped off. You can't continue to treat the residents like they have zero worth and think it's going to be okay. It's not. When they talk about people riot, the Watts riots, when Detroit had the riots. When George Floyd had the riots, we're gonna go through a small, I want people to understand, because listen, we ain't slaves. We're not out there in the fields. We ain't got no master, and that's what they treat people like. You got a right to feel the way you feel. So some of the things that residents are upset about, these are things that Channel 12 did actually talk about. Normally they don't get it right, but they did get the 11 o'clock. Guaranteed Mayor Sheldon Neely will call and have a hissy fit. He'll be pissing all on the barnyard, around the barnyard, because they actually did the 11 o'clock news and stated it with facts and stated why residents felt the way that they did. So why are residents and the people mad about what's going on in Flint? 11 years, all the pipes have not been changed. They have not. Yeah, I showed everyone the list that I've got with the, and it's some in my ward that haven't been changed or been excavated. 2, nobody has been sent to prison for poisoning an entire city. No one has. So people are feeling that. 100,000 people were poisoned and nobody went to prison. Why? 60% Black and minority, and the high poverty rate and a low literacy rate, a high literacy. Look, people can't read. Your girl tag. Nobody has been paid for the water crisis. Nobody. They keep saying, oh, you're going to be paid. I remember them saying last year in January, then this year in January, and no one has been paid yet. Residents keep saying, we want home repairs. We want home repairs. I want a roof. I need some help. I need my indoor plumbing. So when we had someone who was going to do the indoor plumbing, Faith was fired. She worked with Athena with Innovative Solutions, was a nonprofit, and she worked with Arthur Woodson. Faith got fired. So what happens? They keep doing the top popped off. People are tired. People keep saying, we need some help. We live in a food desert. Our grocery stores suck. Save-A-Lot is in my neighborhood, and I don't think they ever mop that front entrance. I'm ready to go up there and mop it myself because it's nasty. But if you need to run to the grocery store, we don't have a nice fresh fruit selection. We don't have, the bananas are all seemingly like little dots on them. It's not the same. It's not the same when you go to the suburbs. It's not the same when you go just outside the city limits. So when we talk about this, what people want, it's like people are talking and they're not listening. People in the city are not listening. They don't care. They got their hands over their ears. So who's getting money? Candace's $300,000. It's headed to the state. It's on State Rep Cynthia Neely's budget to be or earmarked. Liddell has been paid $50,000, then another $25,000. I don't know how much Leon got and where he got it from. Now they said that I voted for the one that he got. I asked him to send it to me and show my vote. I ain't got it yet, but I know he's gotten $150,000. He's gotten $39,000. He's got $30,000. He's got $8,750. Wait a minute, did I name them? It's 5 times he's been paid. The $150, the $30,000, the $39,000, $8,750, and another $3,900, I believe. And so when we look at that, everybody gets paid, but you. No one gets taken care of. And so when they try to tell you, as they were pleased as put in there, and Kermit had said, hey, she was gloating. Absolutely, she was gloating, because that's what evil, maniacal people do. So she rushed to social media with her friends and talked about her colleagues. So how do we make peace? I'm not trying to make peace at this point. I mean, how do you get order? How do you move along? As long as Liddell and Candace are chairing those meetings, we will have a problem. Mike Clack said Candace lied to the police to get them there like that, saying residents were trying to run up on her. But before that, when Judy did it, a resident came over and told me. Judy told Attorney Cups, and I looked at Attorney Cups. He was talking. He was pleased as pie. And so the resident was telling me this. Judy did the calling, but here's the thing. The officers, they were like, look, we were able to talk. They didn't let me talk. So they rushed in and took over. Totally disrespectful. So why are people mad? You're not getting home repairs, very few or little. But there is a motion or a resolution where they want to give, where the mayor was at my 6th ward meeting. I couldn't make it because when I saw the number of people who showed up. I called Joanne, who's the president of the Park Association, and I said, hey, I'm not going to be able to make it. I had set up about 3 weeks ago for Commissioner Lloyd to go because I want to show that there are people in government who can work. So Commissioner Lloyd, I called him. I said, hey, it's too many people. I said, I'm not going to be able to leave. I want to hear what the public has to say. He says, no, I got you. So he was there, and he, the mayor takes shots. Commissioner Lloyd was a statesman, and he didn't argue. He let the mayor show who he was. It's just at a point in time that when you lose control of a city, that shows you that the people don't want this mayor anymore, and they don't. So when the mayor is so adamant about a casket, and like Miss Claire, shout out to her for saying about the casket. This wasn't the first time that we had a casket, or when they did it for the water crisis. It's not. And so when we talk about when the people come near, it's your chambers. It's your chambers. It's the people's chambers. And the people were tired. Now, everybody got cussed out up there. Now, I'm going to tell you, they got cussed out through that whole meeting. It wasn't anything that wasn't said because people are tired. They have been so nasty to people. But here's the thing. They weren't called anything than what they have called residents and their colleagues tonight. They have called residents and colleagues those things on video. So residents, the things that they want, they're not getting it. Sunday's peaceful march. People showed up. Jedediah Brown came. He brought people from Chicago area, because I would say that's South Holland, Harvey, Dalton, Flossmoor, Homewood, all of it, and proper in Chicago proper. And so the mayor waited. Now, remember, we had a homicide on the night before and the day before that. He sends the officers. So I have not watched. I've seen a lot of clips, but I can put it together. So when people are looking at Terrence Levy be thrown out the car with the car going, that triggers something in people. It triggers something. People here do have PTSD. They do. And it's something that we got people in power who stay in power and keep you down here. They up here and you down here. And so that's an issue. So I want to play a short video, and then we're going to get into some things. And I want you to keep an open mind that when we say that in urban cities, this is how people see, they see it when we riot, when we protest, when we, and if you got people who loot, why do we do it? Because what do we own? What do we own? And when people were saying, shut it down, I was in Lansing with my kids. We were in the rotunda during the water crisis, and we were there. And the people were all the way around in the rotunda, and people were saying they could hear them in the chambers, and saying, shut it down. And that to me triggered me all the way back. And so when we look at these things, we have to look at the physical, the mental part of it, because it's real. But I want to play this video because this is about 5 years old. This was after, I believe it was a George Floyd, or around that area. And we had some other Trayvon Martin, and what triggers in us when we are in an urban city. So can we play the video, Producer Jay? Please and thank you. He might be a little slow. He up in here. He up in Michigan and Flint with our internet talking about it. Show me the money. The mayor can thank himself for the future. Thank himself for the future. Thank you, Jed Brown. The enemy of my enemy. Yes.
Give me 10 seconds.
You got it. Jennifer Aaron. It definitely was very hard to witness. Difficult to witness, Jennifer. Difficult to be there. And it's a weird, I didn't feel afraid because I thought I was with my people. I felt I was with my tribe. So I did not feel scared because I felt I was with my tribe. So let's listen to this. Then we're gonna talk and get into some other videos. But this is how people feel. I want to get into the mentality of it. So let's play.
I've been seeing a lot of things.
My uncle sent me that, I don't know, about 5 years ago, and it still stands today. So when people were speaking today, shut it down, it's the same as burn it down. People are tired. Police brutality is what happened yesterday on Sunday at a peaceful march. It was police brutality where a man was yanked out of his car and he was assaulted. When you continuously tell the people they don't matter, people gonna rise up. It didn't matter about the water. Your water not dirty and nobody spoke up. You ain't got paid for being poisoned. How don't you talk back and unless I tell you? It's so many things that they keep to oppress you, and they don't want you to get information. So if I don't have anything in the community that's helping me in my life, that I know that ARPA 94.7 million has come to the city to help me, and we got 5 people who will vote to give themselves their own nonprofits money, what are they losing? They throw you out. They use the police against you, saying, if you at least gonna steal the money, take care of the people first. And they don't. So let's play the video of Terrence.
Car. Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Stop! Stop it! Stop! You know what, guys? Tonya, somebody need to get Tonya Burns down here. Tonya Burns, if you're watching this, you need to get down here. Get on your plate. Look what they do to these other gentlemen. And Tinsdale. He wants to be the mayor's dude. There we go. We got a badge coming now. What's your reasonable articulable suspicion you have of the crime he's committed? Police brutality! Tonya Burns! Police brutality! This is terrible, y'all. Terrible. Hey, they say I know they said let's get the chance. Y'all dirty, y'all some dirty.
So let's pause right there. So Beverly Biggs and Terrence Biggs Levy for Beverly. That should have never happened. That's a traffic citation. You write a ticket. You shouldn't be drug out your car. You shouldn't be getting your cars towed. Chief Green is abusing his authority and his power, and along with the mayor. I don't want friends like that that's going to let me put myself and my city, in harm's way for a lawsuit, which they're going to win it. They're going to win it. He wasn't fighting them. I mean, the car wasn't even in park. It went on to hit other cars. They threw him down on the ground. They didn't tell him to make sure, hey, put the car in park. I don't even think they told him what they were pulling him over for, other than he was targeted. He was profiled. It is Sunday afternoon in downtown Flint. There is no traffic, okay? There's no traffic. The restaurants aren't open, except I think only one. And there's no traffic. The traffic and the impeding the traffic was made by the Flint police under the orders of Chief Green. They have had other events, let's say June 19th. Juneteenth, I'm sorry. And what they did was build them later. Chief Green handled this horribly, horribly. And as a seasoned officer, he should be ashamed of himself. What he had a responsibility is to protect everybody, not use the police as your own personal goon squad and attack the residents, because now the residents today didn't give a damn. Chief Green has to thank himself for creating that. That's his baby today. Those council chambers was his baby. He birthed that baby. He birthed it. All he had to do was say, hey, you know what? I'm going to do it. It's happening. Nobody's downtown on Sundays. Not ever. I'm going to go ahead and do it. Make sure the public is safe. Look, I need y'all to, block off. Let's keep the traffic going. That's what the police do, to keep the traffic going. He could have sent Jedediah a bill. Hell, he could have sued him. He could have did a lawsuit afterwards, after he made sure the public was safe. Because Mayor Neely has a bill. I don't even know if the Black Lives Matter ever paid it. It was to was it 900 and something that he was charging them for doing it for the motorcade or for the parade. He could have actually billed them later. So what he did was take the trust from the police, because ain't nobody feeling the police now. Not after yesterday, and then not after today. He helped to erode the trust of his police department as the police chief. He helped to erode the trust. It's just not something that you do. You don't. I can hear sirens now. Is that two of them? Sorry. So when we look at how do you police, this was not the way to do that. This was not the way to do that. It's embarrassing. It's sad. You took a senior and threw him down on the ground for a traffic citation. He was yanked out of his car with a traffic citation. They acted like he had 30 kilos, 7 assault rifles, and like he had 3 or 4 warrants for homicide and racketeering. What? None of that. He doesn't even have a violent. He has nothing on him. No warrants, no nothing. They treated him, a Flint resident, like a criminal. And Chief Green was out there. This is his spectacle. He gets to own it, and he gets to own the one in council chambers. Council chambers was the mess because Chief Green is not an effective police chief. He's not. And when you become not an effective police chief, you make your officers and your command staff ineffective because he lacks effectiveness. Now, I'm just going to speak to the point to where, look, I don't trust him for my life. Look, I get a call every day from my little stalker who loves Liddell and Candace every day, and they can't seem to find him. So do you think I think he's going to be able to keep you safe? He laughed about the person calling me. Not funny at all. Not funny at all. And when you fail to police and to do your job and to have plans, I'm still waiting on the comprehensive public safety plan with the gang violence, a gang task force to handle the gang violence. Haven't seen it. When he continues to lack of policing, and I can see like tonight, the residents cussed them out. They cussed them out. It was none that they did not say. And the officers beforehand, they took it. Council took it. Now we know Liddell and them, because they want another shot at money. If they get another 5th vote, they're gonna give themselves some more money, because that's what they want. That the price of that 3rd ward seat meant they didn't care that they were going to use police brutality to get it. I don't even think the officers know. Now, some of them will watch this, and I hope they go tell their other friends that underneath, if they're asking you to do something unlawful, you don't have to do it. You don't have to do it. You as a police officer do not have to take orders to do something unlawful. You don't. Now, will there be backlash? Yes, but then you sue his ass. Get your money like the last officers did in those 17 cases and got paid. Sue their asses. Stop doing stuff that you know is unlawful. He sent them people out there to do that. You don't like, only 2 cars were towed. Beverly Biggs Levy and John of Lento Law targeted. So people have asked, well, not asked, and I think Jedediah is on here. Hey, Jed. I told him I would meet you at the amphitheater. I was not going to be there. And I told him I'll meet you at the amphitheater. I couldn't make it to church that morning. I have put up on my show on Saturday the schedule that was sent to us by Bishop Jordan, and I could not make it. I said, I'll meet you at the amphitheater. I have a caregiver issue with my mother. Not a secret. I share that. Weekends, I'm it. I'm it. And so I told him, I said, I'll meet you at the amphitheater. I thanked Maurice for allowing him to have it at the amphitheater. And they didn't make it. I was like, oh my God, they're gonna be really slow getting there. But I don't think they made it to the flat lot before they start pulling and yanking people out the cars and pulling them over for traffic citation. I ain't never seen you get a traffic citation for going slow with your lights on. I ain't never seen that. So I want you to play. We're gonna go into Mrs. Warford. We got hers. Did I send, do we have with the red car?
Oh, give me 1 second. Let me see.
Thank you. So I'm dead dog be tired. We had, until he gets the video. I had court with the genius Doug today, in Judge Newblatt's court. Judge Newblatt told him he was going to have to, if he learned how to act in court, that what he was going to do was have him write his answers down, because he was shaking his head and doing other strange stuff. Then he turned around when I walked in and waved like, I'm like, what are you doing? He also wanted to pick who my attorney was. My allergies, y'all are kicking my butt. Who my attorney was. The judge told him, no, you can't do that. You don't have the right to do that. And so it's so much chaos. And all the chaos comes from people who are tied to Mayor Neely. Yes.
Isn't Doug a lawyer, an attorney? He shouldn't. No, never mind. Let me go back to try to find
that's right, you were in there. Producer Jay showed up. Listen, we're finding out a lot of things, and as we up there, I'm gonna read we get the transcript, and when I get the transcript, I'm gonna read it to you, because some of these people that we're dealing with are not who they say they are, and so we have ordered the transcript. So we were there. So and we go back. So people who spoke out and you got involved, you're tired. You're tired, and you have a right to be tired. I don't want people to try to shame people and say, oh, well, they were just showing they behind. No. We have a mayor who abuses his position and authority, and he's letting his police chief that he appoints abuse it also the same way. Are you ready with it, Producer Jay?
I'm looking back in here, but I don't see it. It's the red car, right?
It's the red car.
All right, give me a second. I can play it from the one that I put up, but
do you have, I don't know if you got that view.
Yeah, I just got what you sent last night.
Did I send them to you last night?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. I think this is Wentus's.
You want to play that one?
Yep.
All right, well, hold on.
Yeah. And then I'm going to play. So I called Miss Wolford to make sure she was okay. 70-something years old. I believe her daughter is a police officer. I talked to her again. My day is kind of hazy, y'all. So I'm apologizing, because there were things I had to get together for yet another court case. And Doug is a very good friends, and his friend or spouse or whatever with Mayor Neely. So they keep you tied up in court. They mess with your finances with certain stuff, and they don't care. Look what they're doing to Beverly. Beverly has had 5 flat tires, and someone shot a bullet in her car. She has the same crazy stalker that calls me. And it's just ridiculous, and it's not funny when someone's calling you, making threats, oh, I'm gonna beat your way, I'm gonna F you up, and Flint police can't find this person. If I called him now, he probably answer, he or she or whatever it is, it would answer, and it sends me text messages. And I sent the scriptures. Okay, so let's play this. Now, remember Beverly Biggs used to have, her car was like a burgundy or red one before. But let me know when you're ready. We can play it.
I've been hearing a lot of stuff. I didn't know. They told me to keep moving when I was talking. They told me. I was talking to. I wasn't listening to the people on the sidewalk. I was listening to the people on the.
Sir? Excuse me, sir. What is your badge number? Excuse me, sir. I'm asking you a question. What is your badge number? That's okay. I can find out.
So they arrested her. So I called to check on her. And I'm going to play it when she called me. Hold on. Let me cut it out.
Burns, look at the screen.
Rewind that. That was that guy that punched Woodson. Rewind that and play that again. That looks like the one that I think wouldn't give me his name. Also.
That also looks like the one that was into it with Clack tonight, too. In the videos. Looks like the same guy.
Can we play that back?
Yep, I got it.
I'm doing the lady told me to go ride through, and he told me shut up. Last night. I've been hearing a lot of stuff. I didn't know. They told me to keep moving when I was talking. They told me. I was talking to. I wasn't listening to the people on the sidewalk. I was listening to the people on the. The people on the sidewalk. I was.
Okay. That's the guy that punched Woodson. Oh, he's got tattoos. Okay. So Chief Green might want to work together, get his, he got some goons. Where did he come from? And somebody, when they go from department to department, where did he come from? Did he have issues from where he came from? So I'm going to play Miss Wolford's. So.
This morning, and I'm like, okay, let me call her. I'm doing fine. I was just trying to figure out who the white police officer was that handcuffed me, because I kept asking him why he was handcuffed. I said, well, why are you stopping me? I said, the other police officer told me to keep on, just roll on through. And I was sitting, it wasn't anywhere for me to pull over. Then all of a sudden he hollers out to his bullhorn or whatever. So my man, I need you to pull over. So I pulled over and I kept asking him, why did you pull me over? I was doing what the lady told me to do, ride through, and he told me, shut up. And then he told me, he put me in the back and said, well, we're towing your vehicle and we're going to take you to jail. So I just got in the back. Somebody else was asking what was his badge number, whatever. I was just trying to find out what his name was, because after he unhandcuffed, there was a bunch of ruckus going on down on the other end. Then he let me out and took the handcuffs off and told me that my keys were in the seat of my car. And then he say, thank you, sir. That I'm supposed to tell him, thank you, sir. I'm like, well, thank you, sir, for, taking, letting him know, taking the handcuffs off and leaving me alone. I say, thank you, but what did I do? So I am fine. I was on the phone with my daughter. She was like a car behind, 2 cars behind me. And she said, "Mama, what's going on?" I'm like, "I don't know."
So they targeting seniors. I mean, come on, you got to be a real tough police department when you are literally targeting seniors. So when you want to know why you had that in those council chambers, the chaos was created by Chief Green, and they said he was out there. He was out there, I guess, directing which cars to pull over. 2 cars were told, Beverly Biggs Levy, and then John with Lento Law. Theirs was pulled over. Theirs was pulled over. So by that time, Miss Wolford is okay. Look, she was targeted. Look, get you an attorney, get paid. We had them 17 cases. Everybody got paid on them. Go get your money, because they should have never disrespected her. And so when they get these problems like tonight, which was a mess, it was a mess. It was a mess. And like I said, I didn't feel threatened because every one of those people in there had been disrespected so bad by Liddell, by Candace, by Judy. They were disrespected. So what set it off? Judy. Liddell made up a fake lie before when she had Whitson the day, was it last week? Friday. I'm not going to stand for this mess. There's no such thing. And I watched it back. She was like, well, officer, that's his second warning because it's a violation of our public safety. She deliberately gave him a fake law, had Woodson thrown out. There's no such thing as you can't talk to the city clerk and you can't talk to the city attorney. And what happened tonight? They were mad because someone was videotaping who was slightly behind the city attorney, and Judy spazzed out. So, Judy, this is on you too. This is on you, as you was pleased as a pudding with this mess too, because they lack any sympathy and compassion. They lack it. So let's go to, we got Diane's video. Can you pull that one up?
No, I can't because of the same issue that we had. I just checked it. It's still
okay.
I refreshed it twice because I figured that's what you were doing. So it's
okay. So do we have any of the other video? Can you put it up tonight in the chambers? Because everybody had video.
Yeah, I can get the one. Just give me one.
And we can start at any point. So Judy complains and she makes the I guess I should have got a starting point. I wasn't planning on going on. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. But I think for me, it's like therapy to let everybody know I'm not okay. What they did wasn't okay. There is no such rule that you cannot talk to the city attorney, that you can't talk to the city clerk. Those are not rules. Like he said, in our public safety plan, it's just a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie, a bad lie. What police Chief Green's people should start saying when they say, I want this person put out, show me where it's written. Because they need to know where it's written in the rules, council rules, the Open Meetings Act, or the and everything's not just, it could be a violation of the, if it's the subcode section, disorderly conduct. Show me where it's at. Make them document where it's wrong, because they just giving verbal lies. And they need to be penalized. Actually, need to spend some time in jail for that, because you having people thrown out for rules that don't exist, fake rules. They telling people, the police officer, fake rules, and the police officers are just putting them out, taking orders. So Chief Green has got a problem in his police department. His officers, unfortunately, are taking fake rules from Candace, Liddell, and Judy that don't exist. And this is what you get tonight. Judy gave a fake rule. You can't videotape, or near the what do you call it? The city attorney. It's no rule. You can't talk to the city clerk. You can't talk to the city attorney. Actually, y'all, when they decided to do that, I was gone. Quorum had broke. They had not said we are at ease. They didn't even have a quorum. They didn't have a quorum. They make up fake rules. Oh, well, that's the rule. Arthur Woodson violated. You can't talk to them. It's not true. So let's just play this. A lot of this, yeah, we watching this together. And people, if you got screenshots that you have, email them to me if they, time clip them. But let's play because people had different ones. Let's play.
For real. For real. She wasn't even the one that was supposed to. She wasn't even the one. Excuse me. Am I being
All the way up. Ain't nobody scared of you either, man. You want some straight bullshit. Ain't nobody scared of you. Yeah. That's all right. That nigga felt me too. You felt what it is. You felt what it is. If y'all and don't even know what happened, but that little short motherfucker keep doing that for my in the traffic. I understand that. He quit because of this. It's very difficult for us to try to.
You're useless, Judy. It's all your fault. You're useless.
I don't. Until I come in here and I gotta talk.
Okay. So people have got different views and different parts. I've seen about 3 other ones. And I think Liddell was can we show hers what she was doing?
Yeah, but you just got to give me a few because I'm on a laptop. I don't have a mouse, so.
Oh, okay.
So you moving like Saturday morning.
Listen, you was like, we got to do this. Yeah, and I'm like,
all right, give me a second though. I can get Liddell, but just got to give me 1 second.
No, that's fine. So, I don't know if anybody was able to get a count because I couldn't. How many officers were actually there? But you don't see. Michigan State Police put out a statement. They put out a statement about yesterday. They're like, oh, no. You got us once, you won't get us again. You won't get us again. And so they put out a statement. And let me see if I can find the statement. Because I think it was Lieutenant Vetter put out a statement. And basically said they were basically on standby, that they weren't, really going to, interfere. In other words, this is Flint's garbage. And we ain't trying to have no problems. Look, we didn't have problems of our own, and we ain't trying to get into this, at all. So I have to find that one. So people are mad because they're saying Jedediah came here and he's an outsider. I don't do boundaries. I just don't. People have been going through this with Green for a while, with Mayor Neely for a while, with Liddell Lewis and Judy and Candace, since basically they were able to get their 5 votes. Liddell has been when she became president, she became a tyrant. She did. They are so in love with having power, position, and power. That is scary. Come August, we changing all of that. Because that's the people's chamber. People will be given respect. They will be given respect. Are you ready? Because I haven't seen this one.
Please.
Well, she was pleased. It's probably look, her and Woodson do not get along. But Liddell inherited some new enemies. For each person who came and spoke, it takes a lot to walk up to that podium and speak. And it really takes a lot of courage. And people have a lot of prepared statements. And there were some great speakers tonight. So to each and every one of you, I want to applaud you for making sure your voice was heard. Because I heard all the way through. And Flint was on tonight. I was like, look, this is my tribe. My tribe saying they tired. My tribe is saying, look, we ain't putting up with it no more. My tribe is saying, look, y'all not going to talk crazy, doesn't treat us crazy. And the people are rebelling. The people never get taken care of. You yanked Terrence Levy out of his car. You had Miss Wolford arrested. As far as I'm concerned, let's say you're handcuffed, placed in the back of a car, and the police officer tells her, you say thank you, officer. Chief Green, who do you have on your police department? I mean, come on. You having him tell this lady like he owes her something. He doesn't have control over his police department. You better tell her thank you. They're out targeting people. We gonna show them. They don't want him here. And those officers, which they probably gonna have some who quit. And I don't blame them. Because Chief is running his department like a goon squad. There were officers who were upset. They said, look, we didn't want to do this. Well, look, all I'm saying, we'll get here long enough. Because underneath Liddell and them is chaos. And we can go back to take a look to see the difference. When Jerry Winfrey Carter chaired, when Dennis chaired a meeting, when I chaired meetings, we didn't have any of this. We didn't. We did not. Meetings were handled professionally and people were treated respectfully. It's time to bring respect back to the city and to this council. Getting 5 votes, we're going to have that stuff investigated. Disrespecting residents, targeting people, because those end up in lawsuits that we have to pay. We don't even know how many lawsuits we got. We don't even know. And I'm gonna watch all of these at some point, probably tomorrow or late into the day. But I want people to do self-care. Take care of yourself. Don't hold all this inside. If you need to talk to somebody, don't hold it in. Call somebody, tell somebody. Because what happened today was people holding it in. They held it in and they cussed out the 4 of them. They got dragged today. But they didn't throw nobody out. And so one of the reasons why they didn't was because we know Candace likes her $300,000 and Liddell's $50,000 and another $25,000. And Leon put in for community block grant dollars for an additional $150,000. And he wanted an additional $150,000 in ARPA funds. So when we look at this is the money. This is a gig for them. This is the nonprofit hustle. That third ward stops they hustle. It stops it. It stops it. And they're going to fight. They're going to drag you. They're going to treat you nasty. I will not stay in the meeting where the people are disrespected and cannot speak. I will not do it. Page 26, Flint City Charter, section 3-104. Constituents must be treated with respect and shown decorum, and also to our colleagues. That is the oath that we take to the city charter, and I take it serious. And so what I am saying is, y'all my tribe. Because you have to stand up. Don't let them beat you down. They want us to feel like we can't fight or we can't rebel. I don't want nobody to go to jail, but sometimes that may be a part of it. I'm seeing how they're moving, and I don't like it. We got a black police chief, setting out his people on a poverty, 34% or 35% poverty-stricken community, that we are in a food desert. We have high poverty rate. We have so many issues. The pipes haven't been fixed. People can't afford their water. People can't afford their groceries, their medicine. The government is pulling back and stopping programs. They're putting out the people at Job Corps. And a community that is always facing something, you put your police to further put your foot on the necks of the people. You can't say you love the city with what you've been doing, Chief Green. You can't find even my stalkers, y'all tee-hee-hee and think it's funny. Not funny to me at all. I think you're a piss poor chief. Absolutely. And I have defended him But when you laugh and think it's funny, because if I know he ain't protecting me, he ain't gonna protect y'all. He can't find, he hasn't arrested anybody from October the 14th. So we should not see any arrest here. Matter of fact, do we got October the 14th? Because nobody's been arrested.
I'll have to get it.
Yeah,
if you keep talking, I'll get it.
Okay. So October the 14th, 2024 was a conspiracy to incite a riot. Nobody was arrested. So if he hasn't arrested any of them, nobody tonight should be arrested. No charges brought. This is the same video, same place where it occurred. Same thing. Now, if he just happens to say, I'm going to charge some people, you didn't charge the people who were there on October the 14th, where they took over city council chambers, went home and put a video threat, and you still saying you can't find them. You haven't did it. His certification needs to be revoked, Chief Green. It does. Yours needs to be gone. It needs to be gone. You got a credible threat on an elected official, and y'all can't find them, and they own the video. I mean, and it's not even funny. You know, you don't come up with solutions, and you run this like you run Flint like it's I don't even know what you call it, and it reflects and what's happening in our city. He didn't arrest anybody on October 14th, so nobody damn well shouldn't be arrested for this. Let's play it. Thank you, Xavier.
Yeah, you're too old.
But they asked me, what would it take to get me a yes vote? I hear that. I hear.
Whoa. Hold up. Let's pause the time. Okay, we can't have the audience yelling out. Okay, we can't have the audience yelling out. Everybody just remain calm. All right, finish. Go ahead, Dennis. Can we please stop yelling out?
And let's stop selling lies to the public. We have 30 days to fill that seat, and the clock is ticking the day after someone passes away. So we don't have all day to figure this out. We must, as my colleague in the 3rd Ward always said, and when you said that he's just a puppet with a hand up his ass, when you made that comment towards him, we're just trying to get done the business of this city.
All right, so this is what's going to happen, because I've asked several times. And so as I'm identifying people that are yelling out, you're going to get your warnings.
Oh, okay. So in the back corner. Pardon me. In the back corner.
Officer.
In the back corner.
Now, see, this is what I was saying. Y'all letting this stuff slide, and somebody gonna get hurt up in here. Somebody gonna get hurt. Y'all letting this slide.
Council will remain at ease.
You're too old. Yeah, you're too old.
You was on Facebook talking shit too about my aunt. So you be quiet too. You gotta tell everybody to stop and be equal. Don't I'm saying, don't pick sides. Tell everybody to chill. Everybody is grown as hell. Y'all acting like big ass kids. That's all I'm saying. Everybody needs to chill. So say everybody, not just us.
And it's not. She done cussed everybody out. Everybody got a gun. Somebody got a gun. Somebody got a gun. Somebody up in here with a gun, they say. They say somebody in here with a gun. And we got one police officer. Any other time, they had 10, 12 police officers.
Nobody was arrested. No warrants issued. So look, y'all should be safe. Whatever happened, whoever was into it and upset, nobody was arrested. And you got a very good case because Chief Green didn't do a damn thing about that. And I actually filed a police report. I did, and so did other people. He did nothing. Then they went home and made a whole threat video. And Chief Green did nothing again. Oh, we still looking into it. He looking into so much stuff that all we get is little people end up dead. Chief Green needs to resign. Nothing was done on October the 14th. They went home and made a threat. Can we pull that one up, Producer Jay? So nobody should look. Everybody should get a look. The Savage one, she should not. Renee, nobody. Woodson, nobody. Don, nobody. Who else? Nobody, because nothing was done with this one. Nothing. Producer Jay, are you there? I know you're on that laptop. Oh, thank you. Look, he on it, y'all.
What y'all need to be on things?
Man, they're not happy as hell. But they wanted us to talk. Yeah, they wanted me to talk. But they don't want me to talk.
What they want you to say?
Whatever I was gonna say. They didn't want me to say nothing. They wanted me to say. They knew I was coming for her. They knew I was going for her. They knew I was going for Tonya. The other bitch that yeah, we shut it down. All the police. Hey, look. One of the dudes in the jail gone looking. We was.
None of them, nothing happened to them. Threatening an elected official. Chief Green has done nothing. Nothing. So how would people respect the police? It's the chief. The chief ain't did his job. So I had spoken to another agency, and they were saying to me, we make it a point of protecting our own because when you're an elected official, you go out there, you're working for your community. And not the city of Flint. They want us to, and the people expect us to give 100%. Say for me, I can't even get the chief to do his job. Now, in that public safety plan, he's supposed to make sure that I get a police escort to and from. He refused to do that for me now. Refused. And I still have an active psycho stalker. But he won't do anything about that. So, Producer Jay, nobody should be arrested. Not for this. Because nobody arrested for October the 14th. Not a single person.
Yes, ma'am. You called me.
Should we take a couple calls? Oh, we can't do that, can't we? Oh, we can.
Unless you got a number for him.
Yep, I'm going to give him a number.
I mean,
so,
Neely putting these polices and jumping on seniors and stuff. You need to be fixing these damn potholes you got out here.
Yeah, you did lose a hubcap coming down here. Told you our streets was bad. Listen, call in 810-471-7849. Share your thoughts. And put it in the chat. Somebody, please. 810-471-7849. Call in if you got something to say. Keep it to 2 minutes, please. And because if people call in at the last time, we don't get enough time to go over. And we are at 1 o'clock in the morning. 1 o'clock. The savage lady lived up to her name. She was savage. She went in.
I don't know if we can play that.
What, hers? Oh. Oh, well. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
This is Ron. I'm from Dallas.
Hey, Ron, how are you? Thanks for calling. What's going on?
Well, I just wanted to thank you. I saw you on the bus welcoming and hugging everybody as they were leaving. And I really appreciated that. You're the only one that really put your hand out and welcome outsiders into your city. And I appreciate you and I love you for that.
Oh, thank you. I could not. I had told Jed that I could not make it to the
Well, you have a position to run. I know that you are a fighter, and I see you. I watch you fight and fight the good fight. But you have a position that you have to protect also, because without you up there, we don't have nobody to fight for the right. And so we need you to stay in your position, and they will do anything to keep things going status quo.
Well, thank you. I did not mind the march, but I have to do caregiving for my mother. I've been very open and sharing with the public. My mother has had several strokes, and so we don't have. My mom had 2 children, and she has only basically me. And so I told him I'd take care of her first, then I would be there. So Ron had got another caller calling in. Thank you for calling, and you have a blessed
Well, I
week.
just want to thank you and let you know that you are a beacon of light in a dark place.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
God bless.
Bless you too. So listen, if you didn't get through, look, call back. Nobody was arrested for October 14th, and nobody should be arrested for today. And Miss Savage was she did not play. She did not play. I mean, I was like, wow, they got cussed out brutally. But the names that they used were the names they have called their colleagues. So another thing Candace was trying to do was get an officer. I was literally standing next to Dennis. And she's like, he hit me. He swatted at me. I said, you're just lying. I said, I'm standing right here next to you, and the officer is facing her. I'm like, you're just lying. Just lying. Like Dennis did not. Dennis was sitting, I was standing. She was right there. He did not swat at her. And she told he tried to hit me. Just lying.
You want to you give me permission?
To what?
To play it.
Miss Savage.
Just that one.
Play it.
All right.
How y'all doing? My name is Shalita Janae Savage, for the ones that don't know. And yes, I'm going to be up here being a motherfucking savage about this shit. Leon, the fact that you want to sit over here with Cruella DeVille and laugh in our motherfucking faces like this shit's a motherfucking game, both of you bitches need to resign. Fuck you and fuck that mop-head ass bitch. To this beautiful lady right here that is in charge of the 5th Ward, I like everything I'm seeing that you're doing. You are upholding and uplifting your community. You are for your people, and I can appreciate it. You, Miss Lady, Miss Tonya, I feel the same exact way about you. Okay? I have watched it. I have seen it. Y'all ugly motherfuckers made me jump out my motherfucking semi-truck to come address you bitches. And you trailer park trash ass motherfucker right here, yeah, you, east side bitch, the one that don't give a fuck about the meth epidemic that's going on in this motherfucker, bitch, you need to resign, ho. And over here to this old, I'm in the slave house ass nigga bitch over here, Miss Candace. Yes, massa, I see massa. What you need me to do, massa ass bitch? Where you motherfuckers pitch the tent at is where I shall have this motherfucking circus at. Y'all got me fucked up. How the fuck can 900 motherfucking police officers come to a peaceful fucking protest when my fucking 8-year-old son was held hostage for 21 days? I called 911 over 3,000 motherfucking times. And you bitches didn't help me do shit to get my son. You want to know what I had to do? I had to go get a fucking judge. You want to know what the Flint Police Department told me? They told me that it was a probate and civil fucking matter for an 8-year-old. But you bitches can come rip a goddamn elderly person out of a motherfucking car? Are you fucking serious? Eat my ass and suck my dick I don't got. Are you fucking serious? I know you motherfuckers is lying. And then the fact that there is a $2.6 million account somewhere for our educational system and arts program, and you bitches can't tell us a motherfucking thing. If y'all don't go ahead and fill this 3rd Ward motherfucking seat with death, because I'm from the 3rd Ward. I swear to God, what that movie say? Mississippi burning? We need to start lynching some of you motherfuckers and burning y'all bitches out.
Producer Jay, I have never, ever, ever. She came there and wasn't playing, but she had a story in all of that.
Mop
She had
head.
an 8-year-old that she had needed help from the police. And it could have been something that triggered her. Can we get Taylor Simpson? Taylor Sampson.
Which one was that one?
She was towards the beginning, because there was public speaking was, oh my God. It was a lot. There was a lot. Taylor follows and comes.
If you can kind of describe them, I can get it.
She's short. She's white. She has
the mask on.
Yep, she had the mask on.
Okay,
She has a little like, is it the back?
Yeah. Give me 1 second.
So people came and they spoke. Taylor comes, she takes notes, she follows politics. She came after the first time. She's gotten very involved. She is involved. Artichoke heart. I mean, it was super harsh, but that was coming from a place of hurt and pain. There's only so much people can take. Christine Leach, Mississippi Bernie, Connie Colorful Shirt, Chun Jae. She's the one who told everyone that was against the ex. Okay. Oh, yeah, Jabril, yeah, you can call in. You call in right now, 810-471-7849. You can call in 81, because he's got to get the video, 810-471-7849. You can absolutely call in. Jessica, hello, she got the Doug Matthews treatment. They didn't even warn her. Oh, citizens with blood on it. Hold on. Okay. Hey, look, welcome to Late Night Chit Chat.
What's going on, Tonya? It's Jay Ellis.
How are you?
Mara, how about yourself?
Look, tired. Dennis, I see Dennis is still on. Dennis, what you doing up? So I am good. I am good. Thank you for calling. What you want to chat about?
Well, I just want to give a shout out to you and Miss Beverly Biggs. Y'all are the two most strongest women I have ever met in my entire life. I mean, my God, when it comes to stuff like this, I never see y'all shed no tears and everything. I mean, wow. And it's kind of crazy because let's not forget Ella Mean's parents came in too. Well, I believe one of them said they wasn't related. I believe that's probably his stepmother or probably his mother-in-law or something like that. But I know his father came in and he went it all in on Ella Mean like crazy.
I don't think neither one of them were related because they were quick to say they weren't related to him. So I don't. Yeah, the man in the lake. Yeah, they're not related. No, they.
Hell, would you claim that?
Now, producer Jay had to chime in on that. So, did anybody see when Leon, going by name Abdul now, was making the googly faces at people? Did y'all see that? He was like, I'm like, what in the world? So look, I appreciate you and I appreciate your support. Tonight was a lot. It was a lot.
Hopefully, is there going to be a tomorrow meet?
No, you got to have 18 hours. There will not be one. No.
Okay. But y'all did y'all thing.
Not that I know of. So don't call. Look, I ain't checked my email. So
that's good. That's good. But just y'all keep up the good work. Flint strong.
Thank
y'all
you.
They keep in the good fight. All right.
Thank you. Look, enjoy your evening.
All right. And God bless the residents of the city of Flint.
Oh, thank you. Take care.
Right.
Bye-bye.
All right, you too.
Caller, where you calling from? What's your name?
Hey, Councilwoman Burns, Andre from Chicago.
How you doing from the Chi-Town?
Yes, ma'am. I've been following you guys for about 3 years now.
Okay, well, we're going to owe you a mental health package then. We owe you some therapy.
well, you know, with me, anything I don't have control of, I give it to God and let him deal with it, you know. But you are such a jewel. I mean, the residents of Flint should be proud to have a mayor. I mean, councilwoman like you. You know, but you know, that's just me thinking that you would make a great mayor. You know, maybe you need to sit down with the commissioner. Sit down with him. What is his name? Del something.
Del Rico Lloyd. He went to one of my meetings.
Yeah. Right. Sit down with him and you know, you all come to a consensus about who's gonna support who, you know, but right now you are the chief. And Neely, Terrence Green, it's shameful what they're doing to the citizens of the city of Flint. After all you guys have been through, they want to pile this crap on top of it.
So what did you think about when you saw Terrence being drug out the car? I mean, Mr. Gilchrist, Elnie Gilchrist made a statement, and he said that it reminded him, the only thing he was missing was the dogs in the water, the fire hose. And literally, that's like where it took me back to, you know, when you know your history.
True that. I am 67 years old. I'll be 67 August 1st.
Oh, that's my daughter's birthday. Okay.
Really?
Yes, it is.
And it was really, really traumatic for me.
You
know, it's no way possible that should have happened to anyone, less alone a senior citizen.
Right.
That shouldn't have happened. You know, but that's all part of the fear that Neely has, because he knows that in 26 he's out of there.
Yeah, I think you can run Snoopy and Snoopy will win, or Charlie Brown. I mean, we look at the people.
Well, no, let's not give them that much credit. We're gonna run Tonya Burns, and Tonya Burns gonna be in there.
Listen, whoever runs, I do truly understand that unless you got help in the state, you need money. We know that he has decimated the city.
Sure, for sure. And Governor Whitmore ought to be ashamed of herself. She should have stepped in a long time ago.
Well, that's interesting.
With that nonsense that's going on with the city council, that is crazy. The state should have stepped in when Liddell first came there and hadn't been there for a whole year, and lied on her affidavit saying that she had been there. She shouldn't have been able to run. She shouldn't have. And Candace, I agree with Miss Savage, and she was a savage tonight.
Oh, she just burnt the house down. And
she was a savage.
And
Candace is a lunatic. She's out of reach with reality, the same as Liddell. And Leon, the Muslim, should kick him out the organization.
He can't be a Muslim again. They did speak to that.
And got the name to change his name. Got the nerve to change his name.
Well, he's going by Abdul on social media. You know, someone got up and spoke and said you should have stayed with the Maid Institute, that this isn't for you. And I do feel like this isn't for him, because him getting housing and building housing is something that he could do. This ain't a good. They're destroying his name because they do dirty. They dirty. They dirty.
Yeah.
So listen.
He should have changed his name to Willie Lump Lump.
I'm done with you. Listen, you enjoy your night. All right. You have a good one. All right. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. So did we have more? Did we get ready to? Oh, you found Taylor. Let's play Taylor.
Hey,
listen, y'all hit that like button. Listen, drop something in for producer Jay. He done drove here, got footage. He is everywhere. Tip the producer. Produce $ producer J 1987. Producer J 1987. He drove all the way here from the ATL, Atlanta. So let's play it.
Hey, just
look. I think this is my stalker, y'all. Hello. Yes, it is. Nope, not yet. Do you want to be? Hold on. No, go ahead. Call it. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Well, this is Show Me the Money, and I always says you do good work. All right. So what do I want to say? I've lost my train of thought now.
That's okay. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. It's okay.
It is. I'm a night owl like you, but I still lost my train of thought because I have to watch you and talk at the same time, so I'm thrown off. But I just wanted to say I appreciate you. And I am so thankful that Jedediah came to Flint because he gave some people some hope. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to put that out there. And I wanted to ask, are you going to run for mayor? Because there's nobody else that I can think would do a better job.
Right now, I question running for my council seat. I'm going to be honest with you. I really do, because and I'll talk about that. I don't even know even for that, because I understand what it takes, and I understand how this mayor entered and had a $24 million fund balance. They're asking us to vote to adopt a deficit $4.2 million budget, and I'm going to say first, I'm going to pause. My colleagues, Jerry Winfrey Carter, Dennis Pfeiffer, and Jonathan Dick Jarrett. I appreciate Dennis was first up out of his seat. Jerry Winfrey Carter, I think she has a career in filming now, because she was filming. I don't. It takes a toll on us, and people don't see that. I don't know if I'm ready for more of a private life. I feel like I've been in a 10-year campaign, because if you speak out, they beat you down. They beat you down, and not just you, your family.
Beat you down anyway.
Right.
I know. I've been watching you long enough to know that you're used to it.
Yeah.
And
I'm not gonna stop for the people.
I know you're not. I know you're not. And I've been buzzing at you for the last couple of years. I think you would be great, and I respect the reason that you wouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
But I think you would do a good job.
Thank you for that.
And if it ever comes to a time when that's going to happen, I have your back, and I will come out. I do not post things on Facebook or make myself public of who I am for my own personal reasons.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm watching you. I support you, and I want you to know, I've said this before, you and many other people are waking up the youth of Flint.
The youth came out and spoke tonight.
And there's more.
Yes. I was like, oh my God.
Suburbs of Flint. And they are bad as hell.
Yes. I was
like, a young person that came home tonight from out of town that I've been watching the city council meetings for several years for business purposes, and it turned into just a passion because I have family in Flint. And my young son was ready to get up and go.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, I can't take this anymore. And when that happened, it just, something hit my heart. And I said, all right, let's do it. Anyway, the meeting ended shortly after. And he said, is it going to be a meeting tomorrow? And I said, I don't have any idea. Nobody does.
Y'all, that phone went the other way.
And Mr. Mays that inspired his interest to get into politics. And I said that to you before in a message, and I want to say it again. You do a good job, and I appreciate you. And that's all I wanted to say.
Well, listen, thank you for calling in, and thank you for sharing your thoughts with me, because it means a lot. I do want people to know that Commissioner Lloyd and I have a very good relationship and working together. Someone asked if Mayor Karen Weaver would run. I don't know. I don't know her. She was there tonight, and I gave her flowers. It was funny because on the way in, I caught myself trying to take a nap. Didn't work. And she showed up in her baseball cap. I'm like, oh, I'm not going to let you hide like that. I'm not going to let her hide. But I appreciate it. And thank you for calling in. If I ever decide that, look, I'm going to let my tribe know first. So whatever I'm going to do, or if I run for something else, or if I don't. Right now, I want to.
You need money, and you're going to have the suburbs of Flint behind you. I promise.
Well, I appreciate that. That means a lot. That does. Listen, thank you for. Okay. Good night. So listen, Debbie is doing well. She's in the chat. She's in the chat, and Chris Caleb had just called me, and Chris called on my personal phone. I do want to say, Debbie, glad you're okay. Sending you some love. Debbie was punched in the chest, and she had to go to the hospital, and they punched her in her chest. So she is doing okay. She's in the chat. Everyone send her some love, because they show up. And, I just don't know. Sometimes you get a loss for words. Okay. Debbie. Yeah, absolutely.
JWC about that life.
Listen.
And I'm going to leave it right there. But JWC is about that.
Listen. She ain't going to play with him. Okay. She is not. Yeah, and even Dennis was the kind of like he had a lot going on and he wanted to get it out. Like, I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this. This is crazy. And I think it's coming to like a hit that top is about to pop. So, Chris Kalen, stop avoiding your calling, Tonya Burns, and stop taking the back seat, Tonya. Listen, I mean, since he called me, and now he is Chris Kalen, you live. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Well, you live. Yeah, he been saying this for years.
Years ago, you convinced me to support that knucklehead in there.
Turn the phone the other way.
You know it.
There you go.
Everybody else can see it who don't live there.
So Chris is calling. Texas used to be here in Flint. And so listen, we got to play. Thank you, Chris, because he'll call at 2:00 in the morning and be like, "What's up?" You know?
Yeah, that's the best time to call. Everybody else is asleep.
Right. Well, majority. Okay, majority.
Right.
All right. In between, I had to call a resident because she had inboxed me. She had an issue when I took my camera off. And she did tell me just to give her a call back. I guess she's got an issue, Miss Walker. But hey, Chris, I appreciate you and I appreciate your support. I truly do. So
I will support you. You put your name in that ballot, girl. Do that.
I'm going to get out the line with you. Bye. All right, listen, let's play Taylor, because did you find the producer, Jay?
Yes, ready.
Okay, let's, because Taylor was on fire. Fire. Dun-dun-dun.
Taylor Sampson, resident of the 8th Ward. Residents in Flint are being denied safe water, housing, and food distribution. The health of the citizens is at some of the worst levels it's ever been in modern times. We're crying out for help with every aspect of our lives, and we're being ignored by our government. There's a lack of public safety due to the so-called safety plan not ever being properly vetted, voted on by this council, or implemented. Lives are being taken by gun violence at an alarming rate, including our children. Citizens are having their freedom of speech and right to protest stripped from them. The police are being weaponized on residents. Unlawful detainments and arrests have been made. The city charter and laws have been blatantly violated in these chambers and on the streets. U.S. State Representative of the 70th District, Cynthia Neely, the blood of this city is on your hands. City of Flint Mayor Sheldon Neely, the blood of this city is on your hands. First Ward Councilman Leon Elamine, the blood of the city is on your hands. Yes, smile at me, Leon. Second Ward Councilwoman Liddell Lewis, the blood of the city is on your hands. Fourth Ward Councilwoman Judy Priestley, the blood of the city is on your hands. Seventh Ward Councilwoman Candace Moshat, the blood of the city is on your hands. Police Chief of the City of Flint, Terrence Green, the blood of the city is on your hands. To all the officers who keep falling in line and doing what the mayor and the chief of police say, the blood of the city is on your hands. And to the following individuals who continue to sit by quietly and allow the city charter and laws to be broken in their faces and citizens stripped of their rights before their eyes. City Clerk Davina Donahue, former City Attorney William Kim, current City Attorney Joseph Cupps, current City Attorney Joanne Gurley. If you do not step up, speak up, use your voice, and end this lawlessness, the blood of this city will also be on your hands. You cannot silence us. You cannot silence us. You cannot silence us.
Listen, The tribe is speaking. The tribe is saying no more, no more. So, Producer J, we are at 1:30. Listen, someone said put the phone number back up. I'm gonna take a couple more calls. 810-471-7849. 810-471-7849. Taylor is a dynamo. She came with the heat.
Let's play it. Let's play one more while you're waiting on the phone call.
Let's do it. 810-471-7849. Let's get it playing. We good. Yeah. Look, pop it up. 810-471-7849. 810-471-7849.
Tonight is the first night that we have
Thank you,
had
Shante.
free speech. Thank you. If you don't know and you haven't been watching our meeting, our colleagues that have been sitting up here quiet as a church mouse, if you breathe wrong, the police will drag you out. As far as I'm concerned, we had pre-Terrence Biggs and we got post-Terrence Biggs. Today is post-Terrence Biggs. Today is a new day. And I can tell you, I've got a minute left. I got to thank Sheldon Neely. He is a unifier. He brought all of us together to fucking hate him. And Terrence Green, you scumbag piece of crap. In my last 25 seconds, I'm going to tell the Flint police, Mr. Officer, I see you back there. I don't know if there's another one back there. If you took an oath to the police chief or the mayor, you are a scumbag. You took an oath to the Constitution and to protect people's rights. Do that.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who wishes to speak during council response?
You muted. Burns, you're muted.
Hold on. I got St. Louis on the line, y'all. She was on hold. Go ahead, St. Louis.
I say they always scumbags. I've been looking at my 5-year-old daughter. She was watching, and she started watching when they started fighting. And she said, "What the devil?" And I said, "Yeah." I said, "That's them." And I'm so glad that the residents, y'all woke up today. Y'all woke up yesterday. I am so glad that you all came out full force with a ginger. I think I'm saying it right.
Agenda. You said a ginger, but girl, we got you. We got you.
You all came out. You all stood 10 toes down on business. And y'all just have to keep it up. It was a start. It's a start. Just keep it going. Don't give up. Because once y'all give up, you're going to give them back. They're going to get back to the way they was. They got their money. It's time for you all to get your money. I was telling my mother about the movie Aaron Bondovich and with Julie Roberts years ago that made a movie about the water.
Mm-hmm.
those Caucasian people got paid. They got paid. Rest, y'all can get paid too.
Well, I appreciate that, St. Louis. And I appreciate your support and then also calling in. I know we got a couple more things that we want to do before we close out.
That's understandable because I'm up and I've been watching. I told my mother, I said, Miss Burns gonna be on tonight.
Well, my producer really kind of forced me to, and he was like, "No, we need to cover this. You gonna be up anyways," is what he told me, and he was right. So he was right.
And I'm glad he did.
And he's here. He drove in for Atlanta. When people be saying Tonya's streaming, no. Producer Jay. I just provide the content. I provide the content. So look, we're gonna play another one. St. Louis, enjoy your evening and get you some rest. It's going on. It's after 1:30.
After the people that came out tonight, I'm celebrating. I'm gonna be until maybe 5, 6 in the morning.
Listen, I'm gonna have me a glass of wine when I get off. So listen, I'm gonna let you go. Talk to you later, St. Louis. All right, bye-bye. Oh, I got a Tennessee call. Hello.
How you doing, Miss Tonya Burns?
I'm good, Carla. What's your name? Where you calling from?
My name is LC, and I'm calling from Memphis, Tennessee.
Oh, that's where Sheena from. That's where Bria Jones, who was a reporter, she from Memphis and went back to Memphis.
That's what's up. I think me and Sheena have met virtually.
Okay.
I wasn't even gonna call in, but I said let me try one real quick. Man, tonight was beautiful. It was beautiful to see Flint stand up, and I've been following Flint since Eric Mays. Rest in peace, Mr. Eric Mays. And I always wondered why he was so aggressive and was so passionate and would give them council people hell. But I see now, and I think a lot of people see why. Because Mr. Mays knew a lot that most of us on the outside didn't know. But the highlight of tonight, besides Miss Savage, because she said everything that everybody been saying and wanted to say, she let her have it. But the highlight for me for tonight was Miss Beverly Biggs, when she got up there and spoke, and how the community came and stood behind her.
They had her back.
That was beautiful.
They had her back.
They had her back. But Flint, y'all got this. Stay strong. Miss Tonya Burns, you are a jewel.
Listen, I do. It's all of us. It is. It's the residents. It's you. It's everybody. It is when we come together that makes us great. And I want people to understand that it is everyone coming together and making a space for everybody and having and showing respect. One of the things I had called Jed, or I don't know if I told Jedediah this, because I had his mom had called. And so her and I were talking, and she said, well, where you at? And I don't think he know me and his mama be talking, just like, hey girl, what you doing? And he said to me, I said, I'm headed to meet the people on the bus. And I didn't get to meet her in person, but it was just knowing, I don't want people to think that everybody here in Flint, we act like them, because we don't. I don't believe in saying outside, but listen, I drove back and forth. Look, I was doing a dual residency for over 15 years to Chicago. And so for me, it was to let people know, I appreciate you, because if they need us down there, we need to pack up, get us a bus and go support them. That's how we make real change, by bringing support and consistent in numbers. And it doesn't matter where you come from. And injustice anywhere is a threat everywhere. And we have to believe that. And I believe that. So for me, it was showing them. And literally, I'm like, where y'all at? And I didn't know I had to switch cars because I was literally doing something. And I literally know how to drive my son's car. Okay. If it had rained, I wouldn't have knew how to cut the wipers on. It would have been the problem. But what I wanted to do, because I had told Jed, I said, I will meet you at the amphitheater. And clearly the amphitheater wasn't happening. And so I had to move some things around. I said, well, let me go let the people, because I wanted to meet everyone and with my time schedule. And so I went to, they were in Durant, and I went to meet them, to thank them, and to give some love. Yeah.
I've seen that.
And that to me is what, that's being hospitable. That's having some manners. That's being respectful. That's how I was raised. You know, people didn't stay in,
like
they didn't stay in hotels. They stayed in your house. And I'm gonna tell you, right. And when your family came to your house, you had to give up your bed.
That's it. Make pallets.
Right. They don't know about no pallets. They don't know nothing about that. They don't know nothing about the pallets. I mean, you.
Baby, but we grew up with pallets.
That part. And that wasn't no sleeping bag. It was blankets. Okay. And old quilts.
I also would like to commend Jed also, because although I was watching Flint a while back when Mr. Mays was there, I kind of veered away from Flint, and then I've been watching Dalton and all that. But when he came back to Flint, I've been tuned in ever since. So I would also like to give props up to Jed, because that's how I found out that this water crisis was still going on. A lot of people in the world think, I was literally, real quick, and I'm going to get off because I know it's late. I was watching it at work, and my boss came by and seen my screen. He's like, what's going on? I was like, do you realize these people are still fighting for drinking water? He was like, I thought that was fixed. I was like, no, not at all. 11 years later, like, these people are still fighting for a bare necessity. Like,
and you're right. And this, like, they wanted to vote on that $29.5 million, that a portion of that administrative consent order. Now they decided to vote on that September 23rd, and they didn't take any questions. I'm not voting on that.
Wow.
Because why should we trust a government that poisoned 100,000 people? I'm not trusting them.
Flint didn't break it.
Right.
You are saying y'all are asking all the right questions. You, JWC, Mr. Piper, and JJ, but them other, we ain't even gonna talk about them because they can sleep where they lie. But I commend you. I love the fight. I love to see the good trouble that happened today.
John Lewis,
Man,
good
that
trouble.
Was beautiful. John Lewis, my frat brother, John Lewis, that was beautiful today. So keep the fight, Flint. Y'all got this.
Thank you.
Y'all got this. You have a good night, Miss Burns.
I'm
sorry, Councilwoman Burns.
No, I'm Tonya. This late night chit-chat with Tonya Burns. Listen, late night with Tonya. This is what this is. Okay, a title ain't never been on my check for nothing. Okay, it's my name. Okay.
Keep us informed and keep fighting.
All right, I appreciate it. You have a good night. Thanks for calling.
You do the same.
All right, bye-bye. So listen, producer Jay, y'all, he gonna we gonna do 30 minutes.
No, stop that. So I said 20 minutes, and then I said, okay, I'll give you 30 minutes. But it's just like when you got up on that bus and tried to get that microphone, I told them they better go get it because you've been there for 5 hours.
I was about to do some karaoke. 1, 2, 1, 2. Now let me quit. Listen, we got another video. This is AK Cole's, and this is gonna be our last one. And it's so many videos out here. I haven't seen it, so we're gonna watch it together. Let's play it.
No, they coming in.
Yeah, but people leaving too.
Hold on. I better talk about the real shit that's going on up in here. Man, they calling them these motherfuckers, man. It ain't us. Congratulations, man. I see you. No, she up there on some bullshit. No. He can stand up. He can stand up. He can stand up.
This is Michael Clack's video. You can hear
And she got upset.
This
And
is
called
Michael Clack's
like,
video.
they wanted him to sit down. There's no road that says he's got to be sitting.
Did you stop? We keep going.
Oh, I thought you was talking. I'm sorry.
No, I'm hearing, because this is AK Cole, but I hear Michael Clack in the background. I know his voice. So this is Clack's video and Clack's narrating video, but AK Cole published it. So you can hear Clack in the background saying what's going on.
So this is just a bunch of them trying to use you guys to get rid of us and quiet us down. This is bullshit. They should have called on them. It's not us. If 100 people are upset about something, it's not the 100 people. Yeah, this is bullshit. She up there lying again. She up there lying. That's why they're not paying attention. That's why they're not paying attention. They called them up here for some bullshit, man. It's them. Them. Watch the videos, man. They're trying to take Remy to jail, y'all. They're trying to take Remy to jail. What's up, y'all? They're trying to take Remy to jail. Yeah, but they got the right one with her though. They don't know who they dealing with. Yeah, they don't know who they dealing with. Yeah. Yeah, they don't know who they dealing with. And she should have been the last one to come up in here. The little girl right there. Yeah, she should have been the last one that got brought up in here. And Candace up there lying on everybody. She up there lying on everybody. Look, there goes some more. Oh man, come on. Oh, that's what's his face? Yeah, that's Mr. Span. That's Officer Span. Yeah, this your Flint City Council meeting. Man, you tripping, bro. You talking to a senior citizen, man. He recorded. He on live. He on live too. Yeah, he on live.
They're touching me. Like babies that cruel and unusual punishment.
Hey,
When you're touching me.
Hey, hold on. Hold on, man. Hold on. We ain't even did nothing. Hold on. We ain't even did nothing. Man. We ain't even did nothing. They pushing all on me. I ain't even did shit.
This is what the fucking police act like.
I ain't even did shit.
Ain't even fucking did nothing.
Excuse me. Joe, you can't tell your name now.
No, they over here pushing on people, man. That shit's crazy.
I'm not pushing you. I know, he fucking, he showed me.
Yeah, I know.
He fucking showed me. It was that pitch right there. The ball, man, right in front.
Yeah, I didn't want to see that.
They did.
Hold on. Get out of there. Yeah.
Please.
When we don't have control. This lady is harassing Candace, cussing her out, running up to her in an aggressive way. And you see our colleagues in the 5th, 6th, 8th, and 9th ward, they said this is what they want to see. This is where we are. This is terrible. So she's running up here to fight me again. I don't even understand what's happening. We have council members sitting there not doing anything. They're enjoying this. And so this is where we are. This is the government that you all deserve. Then the snipers interfering with the police duties. The police can't even do their job. The lady is holding obscenities of council members, interrupting the meeting. Yep.
Oh my gosh. If Art don't sit the fuck down. Don't do it. You already doing the thing. Come on. Let me get away because they gonna mix them.
This was a mess.
Ain't nobody scared of you. That's all right. That nigga felt me too. You felt what it is. You felt what it is. You felt what it is. He quit because of it. It's very difficult for us to try to.
You useless, dude. It's all your fault. You useless.
Oh my gosh.
Listen, if you stress behind all of this, you should be. Producer Jay, you was in the mix. You not from here. What did you think? Because you never, this your first time to Flint, is it? Producer Jay.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Why you got two things up?
I don't know. I'm gonna answer your question. You can hear me, right?
Yeah.
So this was as I was recording the video. I think this was kind of at the front or beginning of it. This was what was really troubling to me. Look at that officer with the weapon.
So he brings that into council chamber.
In the council chambers, yeah.
And right standing in front of him is Councilman Murphy Carter, Don Pfeiffer, and he comes in with is that an assault rifle?
Maybe an AK. I'm not a gun person, so I don't know. But it looks like maybe an AK or I don't know. But
so threatening, intimidating.
So yeah, I mean it was a lot. I mean, being here to 2 days now.
Mm-hmm.
I think that Sunday was definitely a lot. Sunday was definitely a lot to see the senior citizen gentleman just pulled out of his car, slammed to the ground.
Yeah.
It's been a lot. I mean, just me personally looking back, I mean, and like you said, I'm not from here, so I don't really know, but what I'm told, but I've rode around the city, and I told you this earlier. I rode around the city a lot. I did it today, and I've probably seen the police probably twice.
Well, look, they were all in council chambers today.
Well, and
they were all downtown writing bogus tickets and towing people vehicles, thinking it was funny. That's Chief Green should be ashamed that you really are profiling and towing people's car. That's kind of punk to me. That's weak. That you gonna tow people cars, and that's just weak. I mean, if he wanted to call Jedediah, meet with him.
Yeah.
I mean, look, he could have billed him afterwards for doing it. And I mean, he showed he's biased. You could have billed him, sent him to court, or do whatever. But you targeted two people. Beverly, because she's in the third ward, they have a problem. They don't want her to be in that seat.
Well, two things. You are correct that they targeted Beverly or Miss Biggs. I'm sorry, but they also targeted it, in my personal belief, all of the protesters and marchers that was there too, because they caused that scene in order to stop the march, the peaceful protest and march that was taking place. So they had an agenda, I believe. And I just videoed. I just stood back and videoed, and
But they're making themselves popular and viral for all the wrong reasons. A good police chief would have said, you know what? I'm still responsible for the safety of the people. Let me go ahead. Look, I got all of them out here. Look, we paying them. We should be paying them to harass the people. That's some straight BS. What it should have did is just let them go to their destination. And whoop, whoop, you gone. They was going to the amphitheater, and I wouldn't have had to go to Durand. So, but I did do both. I went to the amphitheater on Dayton, and I went to Durand. So I did Durand first, then went to the amphitheater. And I just don't know. It's so much.
Another thing too, Burns, and I don't think people have thought about this, and I won't say too much because me and you haven't talked about this to say it publicly, but the police chief has put his own officers in harm's way.
Absolutely.
And that's all I'll say about that. But you know what I'm talking about.
He keeps sending the officers on little missions to do stuff, which is the police are here to protect and serve, not harass. That's not what they take an oath to. They was on the bridge of I-75. They were downtown harassing them. I mean, just in other words, each time Jedediah come to that town, Chief Green's going to harass him. How goofy is that? How weak is that? How weak is that? Look, go solve them 150 something homicides that we have. Get a gang task force. Get a comprehensive public safety plan. How about that? And you need to infuse something in with opioid, because those are a lot of calls that you have to Chief Green. Write a plan that's going to work for your community. That does not include harassing peaceful protesters. It's goofy. It's goofy. And for lack of a better word, it's ass backwards. So much needs to be done. And how are you building community relationships when you keep sending your police on stuff and everybody got a camera? He's destroying the community relationship. People are not going to trust the police. They're not. And you shouldn't want to have a police department that people are policing by threat. We're going to threaten you. You're going to arrest you. That does not make the best police officers. The best police officers are ones who never had to pull their guns. Those who are able to communicate with the people, with the community. Those are your best. You got people walking here with ARs and, pulling over people, towing them, sue them. Sue him, because it's ridiculous. It makes for a weak police chief.
And Sheena brought something up in the chat just a few seconds ago. And she's on point, because the speaker that got up earlier tonight, when he said, it was a drug bust.
Yeah.
I mean, he was spot on. I mean, that's what it was.
Yeah. You would have thought he had 30 kilos.
Yeah.
That he had some, he had, what's the pills? I don't even know. He had some lean and some pill. Like he just had some that everybody, that's some street drugs, because he was thrown down, disrespected, not even allowed to put the car in park. It rolled into another car. How do you not, as a chief, train your people like that? Who the hell is training them? You know how many calls I took? Well, you probably know, of retired police officers, current ones from other municipalities. And then I've had a lot of attorneys call. Let this man come. You don't own this city like this, the Carter and this New Jack City. You don't come to my town unless you talk to me. Get the hell out of here. That makes our town not grow. It makes you're the problem with our town. This stuff made us go viral. This was garbage.
And and another thing I told you too, when we talked, any person that's in a position of leadership, like a mayor, after he's seen what happened Sunday, any person with half of a brain would have counseled the special meeting for tonight to let things.
Well, we had a budget deadline.
But yeah, I mean, he damn know that damn budget ain't gonna get passed.
No, but he gotta have a meeting, because you violate state law. He's gonna have to figure out an extension. But what he shouldn't have did was Sunday.
Oh, well, right. If he doesn't do Sunday, we're not at Monday.
He shouldn't have screwed over the people. He shouldn't have screwed over the people. He shouldn't have done that.
But and I'm gonna get off of it. But as everybody knows, I was there, and I will be the first to say, stepping back, unbiased opinion, that was the most peaceful protest that I've ever been at.
Yeah.
I mean, it literally, like, everyone was. I mean, it wasn't even any screaming or yelling going on. I mean, they were just on a sidewalk, walking.
So so now we look at the people who are out, that, Mayor Neely sending his social media people out to go after people. And, I'm seeing some of these posts, and it's weird to me. I even got someone who told me that that we don't get nothing done at council. Not true. We don't have no agendas. The balance is in budget. The charter states we're to have a balanced budget the first Monday. It's not balanced. Now, if it's going to be balanced in September, October, November, but then you have to do an amendment. But right now, it's not balanced. And so the person sent me, it's a nasty little, to me, a message. We had a little talk. He didn't call me back. We were supposed to meet tomorrow. He didn't call back, and like I told him, I said, you don't even know what's going on in the council. You don't know. Like, we going to trust the government for the 29.5 that we may have it forgiven. Okay, they the same one said that the water wasn't dirty, that it wasn't Legionella, that it wasn't no TTHM, that it wasn't no lead in it, that they failed to treat the water. So what happens with what we're doing? We didn't have 4 emergency managers. This is a deficit budget. We set ourselves to be taken over again by emergency management. Ed Kurtz, Mike Brown, Darnell Early, Jerry Ambrose were all emergency managers starting in 2002. So no, we can't afford to make mistakes. Cut them budgets. They can tell us, no, now I didn't tell you, they gave us 3 cuts we could make. One was $500,000 to police, and I think like $400,000 or $450,000 to fire, but nothing off of the mayor's budget. And here's the thing. What is he doing so great with having all those jobs down there? Because right now he's screwing over the people. He's screwing over the people. People don't feel warm and fuzzy about the mayor and how he's mayoring the city. And damn sure not about the police chief. So let's talk about a couple things real quick with the police chief. One, October 14th, with a conspiracy to incite a riot. No one was arrested. People made threats on public officials. Nothing has been done. And so did residents. We have the hooking and the booking, where they was hooking up trucks and they're booking them and threatening people on Sunday. We got tonight where they came in here with ARs on them. I mean, we can keep going. We had a homicide on Saturday. We had one on Friday, and we can keep going. He had over 150 unsolved homicides. I mean, I can keep going. So is Chief Green doing a good job? Oh, I got a stalker to call all the damn time, and he can't find him. And you know what the other agencies say? Well, they don't deal with him. Most of them don't, and they think he does a piss poor job. They're like, we take care of our own. Flint Police is supposed to be taking care of you, because you know who supported the police all the time? Me. Making sure that they got paid. When the sergeants didn't have pay, they didn't know where the back pay was. They called me. I'm like, well, hold on, let me find out. This is where this, let me track this down. When our sergeants and lieutenants didn't get their back pay, that was me tracking it down, supporting him. But then when it comes to the time where you can't figure out what asshole is calling me, come on. He violating his own public safety plan. And then the fake part that Liddell is adding on, they're actually enforcing. Technically, with the threats, we're supposed to be getting a ride. I don't get one. So I do want to tell everybody, to my colleagues, to Dennis, to Jerry Winfrey Carter, to Jonathan, to everyone that is in our tribe, that's on here tonight, that showed up at City Council, keep showing up. And to Jedediah Brown, for whatever, when you came into town, people put people in your life for a reason. And I'm going to show tell on Arthur Woodson today, because he's going to probably be mad. He was like, damn. Oh, this ain't me, because this is what Woodson, some bullshit. Shit. They're going to force me to have to work with Jedediah. Never thought I'd hear that. I never thought watching this video, I saw Mickey Jordan go get Art and bring him out. And so when Dennis said everybody's coming together, he's bringing people together, because it's the hate, it's the disdain, it is we have to come together. I saw some things that changed. Mickey Jordan pulled Art out of that. You had that was surprising. Art said that he had to he said, I'm gonna have to work with Jed. I was like, well, and I didn't act too excited, I'm like, oh wow. And so these are the things. Where we gonna go? Everybody's got to be on the same page, and not say I'm not gonna work with anybody, because that's what they want, is to keep us divided. They want to keep us divided. So I'm not, look, if you're not with the people, I'm not with you. I'm with the people. If you're not with the people, I'm not with you. Period. I'm just not. So I do want to tell everybody, for who is on here still, because it is 308 people on here. 320. Listen, don't you, look.
We ain't doing no warns about staying on another hour.
No, we going off, because look, your girl is tired. I had court And it was quite comical. When karma comes back around, sometimes you just kind of like to just be like, you be joyous inside. You be like, you can't, you got to have your poker face. I'll be like, but court was good. So I wanted to what? Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I just love JWC.
I don't have what she said.
I'll send it to you.
Okay. Well, if you got it, put it up.
No, I don't. I really don't. I have to go. Yeah, I have to go get it. But
But I didn't feel threatened tonight, and I didn't know a lot of those people, but I welcome each and every one of them. But I felt some of those people pain. I understood what they've been going through when they stepped to that podium. You could see it in their face, and you could hear it in their speeches. You can hear it in their words that they're tired. They want a new day in Flint. They want representation. They want people who are in elected seats to care about everybody. They want that. They want a community that's unified. They want that. Not just want it, we need it. All service lines are not fixed. I still brush my teeth with bottled water. I do not cook with anything but distilled water, and I buy them by the gallons. And so when we talk about, and it's become a normal way. When I travel, it's kind of like I feel weird if I use the faucet because I'm used to using bottled water. And so when you travel, you stand in a hotel or you're staying at someone's home, you think, is that water okay? Because we don't trust. Flint has been done so dirty. 11 years. All the service lines aren't fixed. 11 years. People still haven't been paid any money for being poisoned. We have a police chief that has no comprehensive public safety plan, but he takes the time out to hook them and book them and tow people's cars. Chief Green, he needs to do better. His people watching my show. They watch it. They do. You make a better government when the government works for the people. That's how it's supposed to work. His department needs to be restructured. He don't know what he's doing. And you can see it in the faces of those officers because they build trust in those chambers. And Candace and them who have allowed them to weaponize the police on the residents, it's happened too long. Chief Green should have reeled that in day one when it happened. You don't allow that to keep happening. You reel them in. Chief Green helped to create the monsters. Chief Green, because he did not reel and talk to Candace and them, and so did the mayor. He allowed Liddell, Judy, and Candace to weaponize the police on the residents and on the people. They made those monsters. They made them. This was their baby tonight that they birthed. This was their baby that they birthed. And they created those monsters. So I'm quite sure he don't half-ass answer my emails anyways. Literally, I tell him I didn't know when you receive an email, just put the letter K. Is what I just put the letter K. You don't have to send nothing more. Half-ass explaining. I'm just over it. I'm over it. Other people would have found out who calling my phone. They would have found out who's calling. Thank you, Don. But is that the super chat? We appreciate all the way from Louisiana. I admire you so much and think of you every day. But for you have something that can be taught that they can't go to Amazon and say they bought, and that's a spy. Thank you. Listen, I'm like everybody else. Look, Liddell says she want to pay my water bill. Girl, please pay it because I'm still buying gallon and bottled water. But she kind of hustled the city with a nonprofit. We ain't seen what she did with that $75,000. We ain't seen it.
We kind of did.
What her new cement driveway? Not asphalt.
No, not the driveway.
What? She had a new privacy fence.
No, not the privacy fence. Them two new wigs that she been buying off of.
No, them like 3 for $9.99. Nope. No, she had $75,000. We talking $9.99. Nope. So this was Chief Green should have pulled them in a long time ago, as he continuously allowed Liddell, Candace, and Judy to wreak havoc on the residents. This was his baby that he has birthed by not reeling them in. any other chief, and I have talked to several of them who have called me, because I still go to the little retired police officers, which is all like all the agencies, they'll come together. And they, Chief Green, they talk about you like a dog. They really do. Say he should have stayed out Mount Morris. It's hard when you want to do what you want to do and it's your best friend. You know, I don't have any best friends that don't tell me the truth. They just do. And those are the kind of friends that you want, And so I do want to say this to people, if you are still on here, and we are, I'm going to send you love, self-care, take care of yourself. Self-care is real. For those people who are in there tonight, look, our tribe, those are the people who are dealing with all of these things, and then things that they have not shared at the podium or the lectern. They have not. So sometimes we have to give people grace because we don't know what they're going through before we decide to cast judgment on them. We decide to pick them apart. These people are hurting. They're hurting. And even in Miss Savage's, we heard about her 8-year-old son. Now, she was ripping her apart, but in between that part, we heard it. So I do want to say thank you. And for those who are on here, you can donate to Cash App to Producer Jay. Cash App $, Producer J 1987. He came to get some footage that we would not have. He came all the way from Atlanta, and he came here to see. And I don't think he really thought he would see. He said the roads are bad. We're working on. And it's funny because Mr. Peachy does not like me. But he got up and complained the fact that I had more things done in my ward than he said any other ward. It was doing just fine. And he's done this a few times. I don't know why Mr. Peachy riding around my ward. I ain't figured that out yet. But Mr. Peachy be riding around comparing. And he comes up there and says it. And he doesn't care for me at all. But it's funny that he says that. And Ward 6 has got Orchard Lane two speed humps. We don't have that in my whole area. I'm like, Mr. Peachy, ask your councilwoman to do it. But it's funny. You can leave that up, so you can donate to. Please kindly donate to Producer J19 Cash App $ 1987. So let's give him something to go back with. He will be headed back to Atlanta. He has to incur costs. We could have never tonight. I don't know. Before I came in, I was on cut 6, Fred Hammond. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. And I just looped it and kept doing it over and over and over and over and over and over. And so I also want to say, and thank you. Thank you to my moderators, Sheena Beckton and Patrick Jean. I don't know, Patrick Jean didn't went to sleep. But Sheena B, she'll call me anytime anyway. So, she'd be like, what you doing? So I do want to say thank you to them, because we couldn't do this without the moderator. And they're not just moderators. This is like a family of friends, and we're getting to know each other. And it's not like we don't. I spend a lot of time talking to them so that when I give stuff that they know what's going on, so that we're all on the same page. We're all on the same page. Producer Jay.
No, Sheena B was the hero tonight, because I left my phone open when stuff started getting kind of thick in there, and I think I blocked about 3 or 4 people. So she was unblocking them. So it definitely wasn't intentional. It
was a shout out to Sheena. Shout out, man. We got a little music here tonight. Or hit that, But thank you, Sheena, for making sure Producer Jay was all right. So it becomes, as we all grow on each other, living in different states, actually. You're in Atlanta, she's in South Carolina, Patrick's in Alabama, and I'm in Michigan. And so that's why I say I don't do boundaries, because you can build strong relationships and those people can be there for you. It is the bond that you're building, not the boundaries that set us apart. So, and to, like I said, to my colleagues, they stood strong. Dennis and Jerry. Oh, they stood strong. No, I got to find out what JWC had said.
JWC told Liddell, she said, "You want a piece? You want a piece?"
Oh God. So you get tired. And tonight the people spoke. They're tired too. It triggered them, people seeing Miss Walford, be handcuffed and placed in the back of a police car, and then told she better tell the police officer thank you. A senior lady that has worked, retired, and she was told she better thank the police officer. Then you've got Terrence Levy, who wasn't even allowed to put his car into park, and drug out his car and thrown on the bricks. Unacceptable. The mayor should be outraged. But
when's the press conference about these last 2 days?
I don't watch him. I don't watch him. And to shout out to, I know Commissioner Lloyd is not on. I appreciate him standing in the gap for me, because I could not make it to the meeting because we had so many people. And that's when you can work with each other, even though it's across the street. And I appreciate that. So, Producer Jay, I'm going to send, and I appreciate you. Sheena, I think Patrick is gone. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Your girl is going, it is
2 a.m.
We've been on 2.5 hours, close to 30 minutes. Listen, Christine Leach, Brenda Boyd, R.J. Brown, all the folks that are in here. Foxy 2, Roxy 3. I like that name. The Real McCoy, Show Me the Money. Alicia Russell, Yo. Mr. LC to you. 580 Mafia Records. Go ahead and call it while Liddell's.
Is this the no? What was the savage name that spoke today?
I heard to the church. I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. So listen, wherever y'all are, your girl going to bed. Eyes tired, eyes old, eyes got to get up in the morning. So Producer Jay, thank you for what you do. And then we will chat to each and every one of you. I'm sending you genuine love and good vibes, because I found my tribe, and it's all of you. Y'all have a good night or good morning. We out of here, Producer Jay.
It's the Tonya Burns Show. Tune in right now. Like and share. Our city needs that vow. Flint City News got truth to share. When we fight the darkness, we repair. Won't give up. We're standing tall and proud. Voices rising strong, no longer shrouded. Residents deserve what's right and fair. Together we can lift the despair. We fight, we win, we break the chains. Tonya Burns won't stand out in the rain. Our city dreams will make them true. With every step it all renews. Renew step it all renews.